Welcome to part 3 of our series, Protecting Your Assets from Lawsuits and Creditors. In this installment, we'll delve into the legal tools and strategies available for asset protection. Understanding these mechanisms is essential for anyone looking to safeguard their wealth from potential legal threats and financial risks. Today, we'll explore various legal structures such as trusts, limited liability companies, LLCs, and family limited partnerships, FLPs, each offering unique benefits to help you shield your assets. We'll also discuss how to choose the right legal tools based on your specific needs and how to effectively create and manage asset protection entities. By the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of the benefits and limitations of each legal strategy, enabling you to make informed decisions to protect your assets. Let's get started on fortifying your financial future. Overview of legal structures for asset protection, trusts, LLCs, etc. Asset protection is a crucial consideration for individuals looking to safeguard their wealth from potential lawsuits and creditor claims. Utilizing various legal structures can offer significant protection and peace of mind. Here, we will explore some key legal structures commonly used for asset protection, including trusts and limited liability companies, LLCs. 1. Trusts. Trusts are a popular tool for asset protection due to their flexibility and effectiveness. There are several types of trusts that can be utilized for this purpose, such as irrevocable trusts, spendthrift trusts, and asset protection trusts. These trusts allow individuals to transfer ownership of assets to a trustee, who manages the assets on behalf of the beneficiaries. By placing assets in a trust, they are shielded from potential legal claims and creditors, as they are no longer considered personal assets of the individual. 2. Limited liability companies, LLCs. LLCs are another valuable legal structure for asset protection. By forming an LLC, individuals can separate their personal assets from the business assets, providing a layer of protection in case the business faces legal issues. In the event of a lawsuit against the business, creditors typically can only go after the assets held by the LLC, rather than the personal assets of the owners. This separation of assets helps shield personal wealth from business-related liabilities. 3. Family limited partnerships, FLPs. Family limited partnerships are another effective tool for asset protection, especially for families looking to protect their wealth for future generations. In an FLP, family members can pool their assets into a partnership, with one family member acting as the general partner and overseeing the management of the assets. Limited partners have a stake in the partnership but limited control, providing a degree of protection from personal liability. FLPs can also offer tax benefits and estate planning advantages in addition to asset protection. 4. Offshore trusts and entities. For individuals with substantial assets or international ties, offshore trusts and entities can offer an additional layer of protection. By establishing entities in jurisdictions with favorable asset protection laws, individuals can shield their wealth from domestic lawsuits and creditors. Offshore structures can also provide privacy and confidentiality, making it more challenging for creditors to access information about the individual's assets. Choosing the right legal structure for asset protection is a crucial decision that should be made after careful consideration of individual circumstances and goals. Consulting with a knowledgeable attorney or financial advisor specializing in asset protection can help individuals navigate the complexities of these legal structures and create a robust asset protection strategy tailored to their specific needs. Choosing the right legal tools based on specific needs. Choosing the right legal tools to protect your assets is crucial in safeguarding your wealth from potential lawsuits and creditors. Understanding your specific needs and circumstances will help you determine the most suitable legal strategies to employ. Here are some key considerations when selecting the appropriate legal tools. 1. Asset protection trusts. Asset protection trusts are a common tool used to shield assets from creditors. These trusts allow you to transfer ownership of your assets to a trustee while still retaining some control over them. Depending on your needs, you can choose between domestic or offshore asset protection trusts, each offering varying levels of protection and flexibility. 2. Limited liability entities. Limited liability entities, such as limited liability companies, LLCs, and limited partnerships, LPs, provide a layer of protection by separating your personal assets from your business assets. By operating your business through these entities, you can shield your personal wealth from business-related liabilities. 3. Homestead exemptions. Homestead exemptions protect your primary residence from creditors' claims up to a certain value. By taking advantage of homestead laws in your state, you can safeguard your home from being seized to satisfy debts or lawsuits. 4. Retirement accounts. Funds held in qualified retirement accounts, such as 401ks and IRAs, are typically protected from creditors in the event of bankruptcy. By maximizing contributions to these accounts, you can shield a significant portion of your assets from potential legal threats. 5. Insurance policies. Adequate insurance coverage, including liability insurance and umbrella policies, can serve as a first line of defense against lawsuits. By ensuring that you have sufficient coverage in place, you can mitigate the financial risks associated with legal actions. 6. Family limited partnerships. Family limited partnerships enable you to transfer assets to family members while retaining control as the general partner. By structuring your assets in this manner, you can protect them from creditors while also facilitating estate planning and wealth transfer. 7. Irrevocable trusts. Irrevocable trusts offer asset protection benefits by removing assets from your ownership and placing them under the control of a trustee. Assets held in irrevocable trusts are typically shielded from creditors, providing a secure means of safeguarding wealth for future generations. When selecting the right legal tools for asset protection, it is essential to consult with a qualified attorney or financial advisor who specializes in this area. By carefully assessing your individual circumstances and goals, you can develop a comprehensive asset protection strategy that safeguards your wealth and provides peace of mind in the face of potential legal challenges. Creating and managing asset protection entities. Creating and managing asset protection entities is a crucial aspect of safeguarding your assets from lawsuits and creditors. In this section, we will discuss the steps involved in setting up and maintaining effective asset protection entities. 1. Understanding asset protection entities. Asset protection entities are legal structures that help shield your assets from potential risks such as lawsuits, creditors, and other financial liabilities. Common types of asset protection entities include limited liability companies, LLCs, trusts, and partnerships. 2. Selecting the right entity. It is essential to choose the right type of asset protection entity based on your specific needs and circumstances. For example, an LLC is a popular choice for small business owners as it provides personal liability protection while offering flexibility in management and taxation. 3. Setting up the entity. To establish an asset protection entity, you will need to follow specific procedures depending on the type of entity you choose. This typically involves registering the entity with the appropriate state authorities, drafting the necessary legal documents such as articles of organization or partnership agreements, and obtaining any required licenses or permits. 4. Funding the entity. Once the entity is set up, you will need to transfer ownership of your assets to the entity to protect them from potential creditors. This process, known as funding the entity, involves transferring assets such as real estate, investments, and business interests into the name of the entity. 5. Maintaining compliance. To ensure the effectiveness of your asset protection entity, it is essential to comply with all legal requirements and maintain proper records. This includes holding regular meetings, keeping accurate financial records, and adhering to all tax and reporting obligations. 6. Implementing asset protection strategies. In addition to setting up the entity, it is crucial to implement various asset protection strategies to maximize the protection of your assets. This may include diversifying your assets, obtaining adequate insurance coverage, and avoiding risky financial practices. 7. Seeking professional advice. Creating and managing asset protection entities can be complex, and it is advisable to seek the guidance of legal and financial professionals with expertise in asset protection. They can help you navigate the legal requirements, customize your asset protection plan, and ensure compliance with relevant laws and regulations. By following these steps and implementing sound asset protection strategies, you can effectively shield your assets from potential lawsuits and creditors, providing you with peace of mind and financial security. Understanding the benefits and limitations of each legal strategy. Understanding the benefits and limitations of each legal strategy is crucial when it comes to protecting your assets from lawsuits and creditors. In this section, we will discuss various legal strategies commonly used for asset protection and outline their advantages and disadvantages. 1. Limited liability company, LLC. Benefits. An LLC provides limited liability protection, meaning that the personal assets of the owners are typically shielded from the company's liabilities. Limitations. While an LLC offers protection against business-related lawsuits, it may not necessarily protect personal assets from personal liabilities or malpractice claims. 2. Trusts. Benefits. Trusts can be effective in protecting assets from creditors, as the assets are technically owned by the trust and not the individual. Trusts also allow for more control over how assets are distributed. Limitations. Establishing a trust can be complex and costly, and some assets may still be vulnerable to certain types of creditors or legal challenges. 3. Homestead exemption. Benefits. The homestead exemption allows homeowners to protect a certain amount of equity in their primary residence from creditors. Limitations. The amount of protection provided by the homestead exemption varies by state and may not be sufficient to cover all potential liabilities. 4. Asset protection trusts. Benefits. Asset protection trusts, particularly offshore trusts, can offer a high level of protection from creditors and lawsuits. Limitations. Offshore trusts may be subject to scrutiny and legal challenges, and there may be limitations on access to funds held in the trust. 5. Insurance. Benefits. Liability insurance can help protect assets by covering legal expenses and settlements in the event of a lawsuit. Limitations. Insurance policies may have coverage limits and may not protect against all types of liabilities or legal claims. It is important to consult with a qualified attorney or financial advisor to determine the most appropriate legal strategies for your specific situation. Each individual's circumstances are unique, and the effectiveness of asset protection strategies can vary based on factors such as the type and location of assets, the nature of liabilities, and applicable laws and regulations. As we conclude Part 3 of our series, Protecting Your Assets from Lawsuits and Creditors, it's clear that utilizing the right legal tools and strategies is essential for effective asset protection. By understanding and implementing structures such as trusts, LLCs, and FLPs, you can create robust barriers to shield your assets from potential lawsuits and creditor claims. Remember, choosing the right legal strategies depends on your unique circumstances and financial goals. It's crucial to assess your specific needs and consult with legal and financial professionals to ensure your asset protection plan is both comprehensive and compliant with all relevant laws. Effective asset protection isn't a one-time effort but an ongoing process. Regularly review and update your strategies to adapt to changing laws and personal circumstances. By staying proactive and informed, you can secure your financial future and protect your hard-earned wealth from unforeseen threats. Thank you for joining us in this part of the series. Stay tuned for the next installment, where we'll continue to explore more strategies to safeguard your assets and ensure your peace of mind.